So we do have to address something.
Okay.
We had a comment on the video last week's episode.
Last week's episode.
They were asking about this set and what our thoughts were. So we have to do a very, very good job.
All right. Thorough, in-depth analysis.
Yeah. It sucks. No.
It is. Sorry. Content. Good for clicks. It's the worst. No.
They did say they think that it is a return to form for Wizards of the Coast. Okay. So I would like to get your opinion on that as soon as we go over some of the cards.
I am a fan of Tarkir, and this set is Return to Dragonstorm. Return to Tarkir?
I thought it was Tarkir Dragonstorm.
Tarkir Dragonstorm? Some metal-sounding name. Dragonstorm. No, I'm
Tarkir Dragonstorm.
Okay. I'm a fan of Tarkir. And as we mentioned before, it's an original Magic IP, an original Magic realm. I played a lot back in the original Tarkir. So a couple weeks ago, we talked about not Siege Rhino, the new card that's his little brother that's like, I don't know, Assault Rhino. Or
something like that.
Something like that.
Charging Rhino or something?
Yeah, there's like Siege Rhino's little brother.
Mm-hmm.
So I think that's super cool. I like that. And so far, I'm liking the set. I don't play Standard anymore, obviously, but I like story seems okay-ish. We're just going back to Tarkir in the future. That makes sense. Just a little bit advanced, not like sci-fi future. And the art's still kind of got that cool like Eastern Asian inspired feel to it. It's very like kind of China, India, Mongolia mixed together. So it's kind of mystic, which is cool. A lot of monks in the set, or like the Mongolian warriors. You can see are pretty heavily inspired throughout. So I'm liking what I see so far. And from the card designs, they look fine.
Yeah.
Overall, I'm positive. I'm giving it a thumbs up.
I want to ask you, before we get into individual cards, they came out with those lands with the dragon eyes. Did you see those?
Oh, yes. Yeah. They're just basic lands, right?
Yeah. They're just basic lands. And then there's the normal art is, in my opinion, really pretty. But these eye ones, the special treatment or whatever they are.
Yeah.
What are your thoughts on those ones? I've seen mixed reviews online.
Special art versions sell, I guess. They sell collector boosters. I mean, I think they're fine from the ones I saw. I think maybe I only saw the first ones you mentioned, the 5 like different dragon eyes.
Yeah.
And those looked fine. I don't know if they particularly have anything to do with like swamp, island, forest, mountain.
I think it's just random dragon eyes.
Plains, but yeah, it's just colored dragon eyes.
Yeah.
That's fine. We've had basic lands be other weird things before, so.
For sure. Yeah, I was looking at them, and I think they look pretty sick. I just, online, there was some mixed reviews, so I wanted to see if you had a similar mixed review, or if you were...
I think it's all right.
Yeah.
Alternate arts, again, they're fine. They sell. Like, it gives people a reason to buy into collector boosters as well, to kind of chase those, so... And people want to bling out their decks with cool lands. I'm a big fan.
Here you go. I found them. There you go.
Yeah. Okay.
I mean, I think they look pretty good.
A symbol in the eye. Yeah. I forgot about that.
I think they look good.
Sure.
In my opinion.
Those are the normal versions. Aren't those ones going to be in the normal packs, or are they only in?
I thought they had some special.
That might be too hard to find that info.
I don't know, because they had these ones as well.
Okay, that are like dragon shadows and landscapes.
I thought that maybe these ones were
might be in the packs. The
special
play boosters.
Yeah, I don't know.
That would be my only complaint, is that it's just hard to keep track of where to get things these days. But,
yeah.
You have similar thoughts about the set? Seems all right?
Yeah, I think so far from what I've seen, and I haven't read all the cards yet. There's just way too many, and I was like, geez.
Yeah. Probably more through next week. So.
Yeah, I wasn't looking at like them every day like I have in the past, where it's like, oh, there's like 20 new ones or whatever.
New spoilers today. Yeah.
No, I just like looked at it. I was like, geez. It's interesting. There's I don't know if it is a return to form yet.
Okay.
It feels like they're on the way there, but I think this is going to be a high point for the year in terms of Magic stuff, right? And then we're going to go back to the regular slop that they feed us, right?
Probably.
And this is like not like This probably feels really, really good to like Magic players because it isn't the slop, but it really is just like Dino Nuggies. It's not like a steak, you know?
It's good compared to everything else.
There's our gastronomy for the episode.
Right.
It's not pig feed. It's like Dino Nuggies, which like in a pinch are like pretty okay. Put some ketchup, ranch. It's good to go.
Not amazing. I see what you're saying.
But it's not like a steak from like a nice steakhouse, you know?
Yeah.
So I did think that some of the card design was interesting.
Let's talk about some of the cards. So tell me, card design. Some highlights from the set.
Well, so there's this one that I wanted. There's a couple that I wanted to talk about. One is interesting, and I wanted to get your take on it.
Mm-hmm.
Glacierwood Siege.
Okay, it was one of the new enchantments.
Mm-hmm. Right? It's an enchantment. It's a green and a blue. And so as this enchantment enters, and this is the part that I found interesting. Choose Temur or Sultai.
Mm-hmm.
To my knowledge, that's the first time that those two words have been in a Magic card text description box. They've been names for cards, right?
Yeah.
But to my understanding, that I don't think I've ever seen a card that says Temur or Sultai.
Yeah, I'm curious because then it says underneath it's like bullet points, right?
Yeah. So as this enchantment enters, choose Temur or Sultai. Temur, whenever you cast an instant or sorcery spell, target player mills 4 cards. Sultai, you may play lands from your graveyard.
Gotcha. And are those formatted like...
They're a bullet point and a bullet
point below it? Yeah, because I've seen the closest comparison is the first time we went to Tarkir, they had these enchantments that was like choose cons or dragons. And then it was that and that. So... yeah, I think it's probably just a way to format, like you're picking 2 different modes, but
yeah, but I have no problem with it, right? It was interesting,
and it's probably as well because it's green and blue. You said, yeah, so those are the shared color pair, of this set's all about 5 different clans, 3 color clans, so there's always 2 of them that share a color pair, There's another enchantment that I thought was great, which is Within Range. It's not ringing a bell to me.
So 4 mana, 3 and a black. When this enchantment enters, create 2 1/1 red creature. When this enchantment enters, create 2 1/1 red warrior creature tokens.
Okay. Yep.
Whenever you attack, each opponent loses life equal to the number of creatures attacking them.
Oh, nice. All right.
So
I like that.
Perfect for zombie decks.
Yeah, for any of the big swarm decks in black.
Yeah.
That's good.
Rats, locusts.
Yeah, locust is blue-black. Yeah.
So
Minotaurs. I don't think they make a lot of tokens, but even like, I don't know, you got a dozen guys out, you're still getting extra damage in to everybody you're attacking. You can just kill somebody on an attack trigger, which is pretty cool. What was that one called?
That was called, I just scrolled away.
Range or
Within Range.
Within Range. Okay. Let me I can match one of your enchantments because this one is Frostcliff Siege. So this one's Jeskai and Temur. It's 1 a blue and a red. And then so you pick Jeskai or Temur. If you pick Jeskai, it's whenever 1 or more creatures you control deal combat damage to a player, draw a card. So that's a reconnaissance mission. There's a few blue enchantments that do that of like, if you deal combat damage, draw a card. But I think that's the first time we've seen that effect at 3 mana on an enchantment, which is multicolor, so it's harder to cast, quote unquote. So that's good. And then the Temur one I think is pretty wild because it's creatures you control get +1/+0, so +1 power, and have trample and haste.
Ooh.
I'm like,
and not until end of turn.
No, yeah, just permanent enchantment. So all your creatures get 1 power, trample, and haste.
That's pretty great for 3 mana.
And there's other 3 mana enchantments to give all your creatures haste. And there's other 3 mana enchantments to give all your creatures trample. But both on 1 enchantment.
It's pretty fantastic.
In blue and red, you're like, you can give that to green?
I know, but that'd be too
It's
much.
like, okay, green probably doesn't need that. But I do find it interesting. Haste is obviously red, but trample's not really blue. So I don't know.
Dude, some of those Leviathans would be nasty with some trample on them.
Yeah, exactly. Thank you for watching this week's episode of the 5G Podcast.
Make sure to like, comment, and subscribe to see more.
And we'll see you next time.
Thanks.